Guys, welcome back to another Big Al's Big Week. Incorporated into this video will be training footage that I've released previously here on YouTube. That's doing fairly well. Obviously, if you've already seen it or you don't want to see it again, just skip through it. There will be talks in between each of the training videos where I just give a little bit more information. But thanks for tuning in. This is episode 2 of season 6, I think it is. It's been quite a while, Big Al's Big Week. And as I say, it's just a quick summary of how my training is going so far. During these, each week's worth of training. Now, this week's been a little bit disrupted. I have had a cold, and some people have actually had this cold for about 5 weeks, and I managed to shift it over 3-4 days, and I've been training a little bit towards the end of the week. So I had a few days where I wasn't training this week, but otherwise I've been relatively A-OK. Obviously, I've decreased the intensity of my workouts down just a wee bit because I don't want to bring the cold back. And whilst I was training, as you'll see in my bench press video at the end, I do a bit of rowing, and all I could do was 350 meters. Okay, fairly quick pace, but oh my god, my lungs were on fire. I couldn't breathe. I could barely breathe walking around, not alone goddamn on the rower, right? And that's enough to mess you up anyway, going at a decent enough pace. But basically, all I've done is I've just reduced my cardio, and it seems to be doing the trick. I'm able to train, and I've decreased the intensity of the sets themselves just a little bit. But it allows me to go down the gym and do something just so I'm not losing my mind. Now, this next video that's coming up, well, actually, before I talk about bench press, there was one workout that I wasn't able to film. It was before I started filming my workouts and doing the commentary over them, and that was an arms workout. So this week actually started off with a bicep with a wee bit of triceps in there, and it's rare that I dedicate an entire workout to this particular movement, simply because it's one that I just find that a little bit boring, and because I don't have as much time to go to the gym down to the gym these days. I don't have, like, say, 6 workouts a week to dedicate to training. If I did that, then I could do an arms workout every week, or certainly every 10 days, and that'd be more than ample. But sometimes I'm lucky if I get down there 3 times, 4 times a week these days. So it's a little bit harder for me to dedicate an entire part of my training to it now. I kind of have to incorporate it in. This week, though, I have, other than the cold, I've been pretty much going every day, so it's been nice. But my first workout was, unfortunately, as I say, I can't show you, so I'm just going to have to basically describe the overall style of the workout. It was primarily biceps with a bit of triceps. Now, what I do when I dedicate a workout to biceps and triceps is I tend to go heavy. And the reason for this is I do train arms during my other workouts. I will typically do biceps, and I should do triceps, but I don't always do it. But I typically do biceps as a sort of superset with chest almost every workout, and I should do triceps with it as well. I also do biceps with almost every back workout, and that's not back workouts from deadlift, but back workouts where I just do lat pull downs and that. I do a little bit of biceps as well. And as I say, triceps in theory I should do every now and then as well, and normally I would do that after a shoulder workout. Okay. The reason I don't do as much work on triceps is simply because I have naturally quite strong triceps, so I don't have to put in as much work with it as, say, I do biceps and things like that. Yeah. Now, during this workout, as I say, I tend to get a little bit heavier. And what I do is I tend to get an Olympic bar. That's a straight bar, weighs 20 kilograms normally, which is 44 pounds. And you just bang on there, either a 10 or 15 aside, 10 or 15 kilograms aside. So another 22 pounds each side, essentially, minimum. If not, you're looking about 33 pounds each side. So ultimately, you're looking at normally about 50 kilos. Okay, you're looking at trying to work with 50 kilograms, which is about 110 pounds. Yeah, it is exactly 110 pounds. So, a reasonable weight. And the reason I don't go much heavier than that, I'm capable of doing 100 kilograms, which is 220 pounds for at the most 2-3 reps, yeah? But my style is terrible on that. It's nice to do every now and then, a little bit of fun, and it's nice to shock the muscles with some heavy weights. But most of the time, you want to try and keep precise, nice technique and style. One, it's better for the muscles because it works the head of the muscle that you're trying to isolate in much more directly. the moment you lose a little bit of style, you put in sideways motion and alternative vectors into the motion and stuff. And essentially what you're doing is you're incorporating other muscle groups into moving that rate. So it's not always, you know, when you lose your technique, all you're doing is you're cheating by bringing in other muscle groups to help shift the rate. Or you're using momentum, for example, things like this. To move the rate. So really, it's always best to use strict movements, because then you're working just the muscle group that you're wanting to focus on. And so that's why I keep around the 50 kilogram mark, 110 pound mark, and I just bicep curl it on a straight bar, bicep curl it. And normally I do anywhere up to sort of 10 reps. I'm capable of doing a little bit more than that, but I just like to do sort of 10 reps, but I like to do set after set, and then I like to do some dumbbell work in with it as well. And that's what I do. I do 50 kilograms, and then I have some dumbbells, and I superset some hammers into there. It's pretty simple, pretty easy, but that's all that really I ever do. The only thing which I do after doing that is I like to work with a little bit of cable work. So I put a straight bar on the end of one of the cables, and I just like to go like this, but with both arms obviously, and that's what I just like to do, and I just find it pumps. So I go like this, you know, I go like that with this straight bar. I put a very lightweight on, but I know what, I find that pumps me up at the end of a workout. That pretty much does me. Regards triceps, I do tricep push downs, and I also do tricep pull downs also. Very useful exercise. But the thing about arms is it's on a hinge joint. So there's not a lot of complicated elements to it. You either bend your arm or straighten your arm. So anything that you bend your arm against resistance is going to build your biceps. Anything that resists straightening your arm is going to build triceps. So as a result, I do tend to keep my workouts on those particular muscle groups basic, because it's a basic muscle group. So that's what I did at the beginning of the week. Then 2 days later I had a day off, and then the day after that I then did bench press with a little bit of biceps, and you're about to see that now, so please listen to the commentary and it'll give you a little bit of an insight onto what I was doing then. I'll see you in a minute, guys.
Alright guys, and welcome back to another Big Al's Big Workout video. This is new format. I have filmed like this before where I do voiceovers, but I'm going to do it more commonly now. At least that's what I hope. Today I'm bench pressing, doing chest, as you can see. That's 120 kilograms on the bar, which is 265 pounds. And I just pause repped it for one rep there. It's part of, well, it's essentially my first working rate. I have warmed up before, and I'm supersetting it with 12 kilogram dumbbells, and I'm doing 30 reps, 15 with each arm, of hammer curls. I like to superset the two different exercises together. I find it's a nice efficient way of doing two workouts at once. You know, when time's against you, when you've got other places to be, sometimes you just kind of have to do this. It's nice to dedicate a whole workout to biceps, but normally, you know what, sometimes you just have to feed it into another workout. Now, with regards to my main focus today is bench press. Arms is a sort of just, well, I'm doing it just to do it kind of thing. But today, as you can see, bench press is my main workout. There's 120 kilograms again, but now I'm going to do 2 reps, as you've just seen there. Now, what I'm going to do is every set, and this is generally a good piece of advice, every set you do, you should just increase the intensity just that little bit, whether it's an extra rep or an extra bit of weight or something along these lines, yeah? So as you get more tired, the exercises sometimes get that little bit harder. Now, it's not always the case that you do that, but it's a nice way of training. And today, you can probably hear it on my voice, I actually have a cold, so I'm just recovering from tail ends of a cold. So doing this kind of workout helps keep the reps low, but the intensity fairly high, but not to the point where it's going to mess me up too much. That's my final set on 120 kilograms, 265 pounds. And I do 3 reps here because that's the maximum reppage I wanted to do today. As I've just mentioned, I have a cold, so I don't want to be doing massive amounts of reps. But I don't want to be going up to my 1 rep max also, because, you know, doing 1 rep max, that is actually really hard on your cardiovascular system in some ways. You'll know it when you come off, you're doing your 1 rep max, you sometimes you're dizzy, you're seeing stars, because it takes a lot of strain and stress to do that kind of thing, right? And that's exactly the kind of thing I'm trying to avoid today. So I'm sorry that this workout's a little bit on the easy side, guys, but it's a nice way of actually seeing what to do when perhaps you're not feeling your best, or you've had a bad day, or you've had a hard day at work, or whatever. So it's a nice little, I'm honest on this channel. Some days you have good days, some days you have bad, and today is not a bad day, but it's an easier day at least. Now there's 130 kilograms on that bar now, 290 pounds. And as you can see, just 3 nice easy reps. I'd say that's actually probably going to be my easiest set in the entire workout. Those 3 reps on 130 felt easy and they looked easy. And as you can see again, 30 reps on 12 kilogram dumbbell hammer curls. That's not a big weight or anything, but trust me, the set after set after set after set of that, it really, as you can see on the expression on my face here, it really builds up. It gets painful, guys. It gets painful, and it helps develop a functional muscle. Now we've got 140 kilograms on the bar now, which is 310 pounds roughly. As you can see, I'm starting to get a little hot, so I've taken off my my hoodie over my hoodie because it's very cold over here in England at the moment. Very, very cold indeed. In fact, they think it's going to snow this weekend, so I'm dressing up warm despite the shorts. But as you can see, 140 kilograms is a little bit of a strain now on my arms. You can see a little bit of a shake, but it's definitely. I could have easily done 5 reps probably, but as I say, I'm not going all out. I'm not trying to hit my maximum capacity. I'm happy keeping it relatively easy today. This is a gentle reintroduction back into training after, I don't know, about 4 or 5 days of rest, and you start going loopy at the end. So I'm very, very happy that at least I did something today, and it's a nice quick blast workout. Now, in regards to rest periods, the camera doesn't really lie, guys. I'm not taking, obviously I don't film my rest because it'd be boring for you guys to watch, but the rest are only about a minute long at the most, so you can actually literally see this entire video is almost as long as my workout. You can see I'm very, very intense, straight to the point. At the most, I take 2 minutes rest if I'm particularly tired. Now, as you can see me here, I've gone on to the Concept 2000 rower. I love my rowing. I think it's an excellent form of cardio. It helps develop explosive fitness, but also long-term fitness as well if you do more distance work. My best time is 1:28, 1 minute and 28 seconds for 500 meters. That's what I try and specialize at, 500 meter sprints. I sometimes do 250 meter sprints. I sometimes go up to about 1,000 to 2,000 meters, but I don't really do them particularly quick. I don't really put so much effort. My effort is either 500 meters or 1,000 meters. Here I am feeling it. My lungs are on fire because of my cold. I really can't pull that hard. I'm pulling on that a 1 minute 38 per 500 meters pace. So I'm still going at quite a good pace. 138 is a decent pace, but I stop after 350 meters. I did set the road to 500 meters, but I could tell I was not doing my body any good. Training whilst you've got a cold is never a good idea. But I just wanted to show you guys that I do row at the end and sometimes at the beginning of every workout, and I sometimes do bike as well, but primarily rowing. Fitness is the most important thing of any part of your training, guys, so do it. I hope you like the video. Please like, comment, subscribe. Watch Big Al's Big Week. You'll see this video in there, so if you're watching it, thank you. It's a regular series I do, but if not, go watch it. You'll get a little bit more feedback on the workouts in general. Thank you, and I'll see you soon.
So that was pretty much my entire chest workout, and you can see my workouts are pretty brief, pretty to the point, and very quick. I'm in and out, in and out. I don't talk unless I have to, unless there's someone there that I know, and I'm polite and well-mannered, but I don't like get into conversation. And I just, I just pump it out. Quick, nice, quick workout. And really, there's not really much more to say. I think I've covered it all in the commentary, and just before the video also. But basically, what I'm trying to do with chest, as I say, is just develop my sort of more maximum strength at the moment. I was a little bit limited because I have suffered from a cold just before that workout. I started to feel ill. So, it limits you to a point. But normally, as I say, I'm happy to do 5 sets of 3, something like that at the moment, and we'll see where I go. Okay. Now, after bench and arms, the day after that, I then came in and did deadlift. Now, it's one of those workouts where I went in not really knowing what I was going to train. I thought I might do a bit back. When I got there, I thought I'll do lat pull downs, keep it easy. I certainly don't want to do any deadlift. But I thought, well, no, actually, you know what, I feel lazy when I don't do compound lifts. So I went there and I thought, well, I'll do a couple of sets, very lightweight, and just end up doing compound lifts. And I ended up doing an entire workout on deadlift with no accessory workouts like lat pull downs. It shows you, just don't really always go in there with a plan, just go with how your body feels. And I felt a lot better than I realised I thought. Than I thought I did. I felt a lot better. I was starting to recover quite well from the cold by this point. I did keep it easy, and I did unfortunately miss a couple of my sets, as I said, because friends were there, or I just didn't click the camera properly. I thought I was recording, and I wasn't. As you can see, I wear glasses, but when I train, I don't, and I can't see bugger all. I can barely see the screen that I'm talking to at the moment. So unfortunately, I did miss a couple of sets, but overall, I did, I think, 2 sets of 5 on 160, if I remember correctly. You'll see this soon. And I did loads of sets on 140 because I did at least 2 off screen. It was fun. It was fun, and I think I did 3 sets of 1 on one. Whatever. Anyway, whatever I did, I enjoyed it, and you can see that even though it's not so high intensity at the moment, as I say, because I am recovering, it's still a half decent workout. And I'll let you come see it now, and I'll have another quick word with you at the end of the workout. Just say goodbye. Okay.
Hello again, guys, and welcome to another Big Al's Big Workout. This is deadlift today, following my small bench and arms workout yesterday. Currently, this is my first warm-up weight of 100 kilos. I didn't film all the workout today. I did miss a couple of sets, so I'll just feed in there when I'm doing them. I did do, after this, another couple of sets of on 100 kilos just to help warm up. But as you can see, I just did 2 easy reps on 100 kilos. I don't like to waste much energy when it comes to warm-ups and stuff. And I jump up fairly quick. This is, as I say, after another couple of sets on 100, but I've gone up then straight up to 140. I didn't do 120 or anything like this. And as you see, it's getting a little heavier. It's still a warm-up, but well, whatever. Let's just do 1 rep. That's enough. Now, following this, I did do another 2 sets on 140. I didn't bother filming them. It's all really the same. And also, I did have a friend come over and talk, so I couldn't film whilst they were over there. So unfortunately, I couldn't represent that. Now, this is 160 kilograms on the bar, which is about 355 pounds. Roughly, and this is my first working set. So this is the first set that I'm regarding as not a warm-up, but an actual working set. 160 kilos, 355 pounds, 1 rep. Now, just before this, I had done 2 sets on a 160 with 1 rep also, so that was my 3rd set. I'm fully warmed up. I've, as I say, done 3 sets of 1 on 160. This is my first set of doing 2 reps now. Like I said in my previous workout, it's always good to either increase the weight or increase the rep with every single set. So it's getting that little bit more intention, you're getting that little bit more out of it, and you're pushing yourself that little bit more. But as you see here, 2 nice easy reps. I do them as proper deadlifts here. I let go of the bar, I let the bar become completely static before lifting again. I just do that for a little bit of practice every now and then. I don't always do it, as you'll see on the next set. I don't actually do it, but it's just a little bit of fun. It breaks up the boredom, so to speak. Now here we've got 160 kilograms on the bar again. This will be 3 easy reps. Excuse my friends over there. They're the ones who, as I say, I couldn't film earlier because they were talking whilst I was lifting. But 160 kilos, 3 nice easy reps. It's quite a bit of power there. I'm not messing around with resting the bar on the ground. Now, there was 1 more set after here, again, because my friends were there. I couldn't, unfortunately, film it. But, well, no, actually, it wasn't because of that. I actually thought I was filming it because I need glasses. I thought it was recording, but unfortunately the camera wasn't recording, and I didn't pick up on it, as I say, because of my poor eyesight. But I've actually already just done, just prior to this, 5 reps on 160 kilos. I'm a little bit peeved because I've got to go do it again, and it was not tiring, but it took an effort. But this is my 2nd set of 5 on 160. So I've done on 160, 3 sets of 1. A set of 2, a set of 3, and this, and then eventually 2 sets of 5 on 160 kilos, 355 pounds. Not a bad workout. As I say, I'm still recovering from a cold. I will follow up this probably tomorrow with some lat pull downs and some barbell rows and things like that. But I hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you soon.
So deadlift, it went all right in the end. For someone who didn't really want to do deadlift, it kind of turned into a solid deadlift workout. If you notice, I didn't film any rowing at the end. That's because I didn't do it. I've decided to cut the cardio down just until I fully recovered, because there's no point. It just gives me a filthy headache and I don't feel well after it, so I thought leave it alone. Now, today, which I'm not incorporating into this week's worth of training because it's a new week, I did shoulders, and so you got that to look forward to in the next week's video. The training overall is going well. It's going decent. Obviously, this week's been a little bit slower or slower pace because of the cold. You know, there's always unpredictable factors that you can't take into account. Yeah, but despite being ill, I've done okay. We'll see how I progress into next week. I'll still be partially recovering and stuff, so it won't be super high intensity. But I'm hoping to do some squat. That'd be good, won't it? So I'll see you next week, and thanks for tuning in.